Hey, it's Jason Kochis. I am the creator of the all ages manga series Koji and Maru. Have you ever wondered what it was like to be in the artist alley selling your manga at Anime Weekend Atlanta, also known as AWA? Well, stay tuned and I'll let you know about my experience, how much I sold, what was successful for me, and what was not. And spoilers, I sold out.
That's right. I sold out at Anime Weekend in Atlanta 2025. I can't believe it. It's amazing. But more on that later. The convention was at the Georgia World Congress Center in downtown Atlanta. Here's a photo of my badge, exhibitor badge. And this is the game room that is next to the vendor area artist alley. Huge convention center. I don't know if you've ever been to this, but it is enormous. They also hold MomoCon here as well. And so this is a layout of the entire convention. Huge room. You can see this big pink area is where the autograph area is, and in this area I just circled there is just the artist alley. I'll try to zoom in here and show you where I'm at. I'm like in the 14 area somewhere. I don't remember my booth number exactly, but oh, there I am, 1315. But yeah, huge room. These green squares over here and these blue ones are just like vendors and other artists. So really huge convention. And this is my setup on day one, which is Thursday of the convention. This is a 4-day convention, which is very long. I've only ever done like a 2 or 3 day convention, but got all my books here on the left, got some stickers and original art in these binders, like folders, so you can flip through. And also doing commissions at this show. And so the first day, I did this black and white commission for a guy. This was a commission based on a D&D character that he has. And actually, I've been doing this lately. I have these screen tones, and I was able to apply the screen tones to the drawing as well, which I really think it finishes it off. It makes it really super cool. And this is day 2, Friday. Day 1 was pretty good. Sold a couple comics and then 1 commission. So I was hopeful that day 2 would pick up. There was a pretty good traffic on Thursday, but Friday was about the same in terms of traffic. And I got another commission. This commission was drawn in someone's sketchbook. Basically, they just came around and hired artists to draw whatever they wanted in their sketchbook. So I chose to draw Koji and Maru, because why not, right? And then this was my first color commission of the convention. This is a drawing commission of a couple. They wanted to be these like anime characters. So I just took a photo of both of the people, this couple, and then tried to match it to what they had given me. This is day 3. This is Saturday. Friday and Thursday weren't that good for me, so I was really getting a little bit desperate. I'd only sold like maybe 5 comics in those 2 days. So I wanted to try something new, try to get, to sell more comics. And I did something I didn't expect it would work so well. And here's what I did.
You want to know how I sold out? With this sign.
That's right. I had this sign that said, "Can I tell you about my manga?" I had seen other people do this at conventions like Heroes Con, Dragon Con, other artists, other creators. They had used this to their benefit. And for me, I'm not a very outgoing person, so it's just hard for me to say, "Hey, yo, you over there, come here and take a look at my thing," right? It's much easier if you come up to the table and I could tell you all day long about my art. I could tell you about the comics. I could tell you about the manga. I could talk about it, but I just need you to come over to the table. And it's just really difficult to get people to come over to the table for me. I'm just not a very outgoing person. So I thought this might be a solution to at least get people to come over. Because second of all, there's a lot of people in this show. There's a lot of other creators, a lot of really cool art for people to look at and, get distracted by. And, it's pretty loud because everyone's talking loud and, everyone's just having a good time. So I figured this was a way to sort of get people to at least look at me and acknowledge me. Because when, I always say hello and I wave to people as they walk by. Half the time, they don't even hear what I'm saying, and they're right in front of me. So I felt like this was a way to draw them to my table. And it worked. I was surprised. I ended up selling 30 comics that day, 30 manga, which was my ultimate high selling day that I've ever had. Second only to, I think I sold 12 manga at a Pokemon convention back in the summer. So this was amazing. Really, really super cool, unexpected. I was a little bit worried about selling out because I only had like 20, 25 copies of each issue with me. And I thought, oh no, what if I sell them all on the first day? What am I going to do? I'm just going to sit at this table for the next 4 days. But good problem to have, of course. So yeah, completely unexpected, but greatly appreciated. Thank you all so much to everybody who bought them. So on day 4, I only had like 4 issues of Koji Maru number 2 left. And so I rearranged my table a little bit here to reflect that. I've got the signs like original manga. I've got the Koji Maru on the bottom. Then I've got these prints from Koji Maru on top of that. And then on top of that, I have the Mutants X-Men fan fiction that I had created, which is more adult. It's violent. Yeah, it's just more grown up. But it's done in a manga style, and I didn't want to confuse buyers with that, like thinking, oh, it's this cute thing, like anybody can have it. I mark it as mature and all that, and I tell people. I mean, you can see there's a little sign that says, ain't for kids, bub. Day 4, all I had left was 4 issues of Koji Maru number 2. People kept asking for issue number 1, and I was like, I'm so sorry, I'm sold out currently. I'm going to restock as soon as I can, but I have these other issues. I also have this book called Rock Soldier where I'm a graphic designer by day. This is a book of like more than 350 gig posters that I've done for rock bands like Super Drag, Dinosaur Jr., Descendants, Letters to Cleo. So I have all these other things. And I also changed how I had the original art because I felt like when they were in the binders or in the folders, like people wouldn't really see them. So I have this little box here so you can just sort of like flip through them, and it's a little more visual, it catches your eye a little bit more. So, but yeah, day 4, not bad at all. I did eventually sell out of Koji Maru number 2 and sold a couple more Mutants books. And now the part you've all been waiting for. How much did I make? What were my sales at this convention? So for issue number 1, Koji Maru, I sold 22 copies. Sold out completely at AWA, which, again, I was amazed at. Issue number 2, Koji Maru, 22 copies. Again, sold out of that as well. It was completely sold out of both issues by the end. Mutants, X-Men fanfiction, sold 4 copies. Not bad. I sold 11 sticker packs. There are 4 stickers in here of Koji and Maru, and what I would normally do is sell them in conjunction with the 2 issues. I'd be like, hey, issue 1 and 2 and the stickers are $10. And I made a lot of sales that way, so that really helped out. And speaking of stickers, I also sell individual stickers. They're fan art and things like that, so I sold 25 during this convention. I sold 2 commissions, did 2 commissions that were in black and white, 9x12. I did 1 commission that was in color. I sold those for $45. Again, they're 9x12. And then I sold 2 Rock Soldier books, which was awesome. This one person said that their boyfriend really liked Weezer a lot, and I had done a poster for them. So that was a quick sale. So my total sales for the entire weekend was $404. Really not bad. Not bad. Now the table fee was $479. Which is a little bit high. That's a lot higher than what I'm used to, but this is a bigger convention. And with it being a bigger convention, they required you to have insurance. So that was $109. I parked at the convention center for 2 days, and that cost me $46 for the 2 days. The other 2 days, I rode the subway MARTA train in Atlanta, and that pass cost me $19. And so my total profit was negative $249. Now that is a loss for sure, but it's not bad. I mean, I've certainly done other conventions where I've lost a lot more money. And considering the trick that I learned with the sign, do you want to know about my manga or can I tell you about my manga? I feel like that's going to help me at future conventions that I do and just trying to draw people in a little bit more, have a little bit more of an interaction with everyone. So, yes, this is a loss. I still feel like it was a win. I could have been really, really bad. I mean, I only sold 1 or 2 comics the first 2 days. And if I had only sold 1 or 2 comics each day, I would be like negative $600, which would have been really a super bummer for me. Totally grateful everyone who came by. Definitely going to apply again to AWA this coming year, 2026. They moved the date to right before Thanksgiving, so November, where this convention was actually I think it was like the week before Christmas. So that may or may not have hurt the sales. Again, I didn't feel like that. The people that were on the left and right of me were selling their art and their manga like hotcakes. So people were there. People were definitely there, ready to buy. And I don't think that the holiday had anything to do with that. It may have even helped. But yeah, in general, great experience. Nothing negative to say about Anime Week in Atlanta at all. The staff definitely didn't really interact with them at all other than just getting my badge. I know that bothers some people, some artists and vendors. They want that interaction between the show runners and all that. But for me, I'm fine just, unless I have a problem, I'm fine just being left alone. So again, everything worked well for me. I'm definitely applying again. I hope to see everyone again next year. If you haven't already, please go to my website, www.jasonkochis.com, and check out Koji and Maru. Number 1, there'll be a link to my shop where you can get my stickers, my Rock Soldier books, and a whole bunch of other stuff there. So appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.